Coming up on this week's show, we go in search of a second-hand car with a budget of R3,500 a month.
C-segment sport options come up against each other.
And we examine a Renault Sandero with a misfire issue.
Hello and welcome to Buyer's Guide. We'll be tackling a fresh batch of your vehicle-related questions and queries once again. And here to help us this week, a higher finger from Car Chic and Bradley Scorer from the Supergroup. Welcome back, Bradley. I couldn't tell them not to welcome you back.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys back, Kaya. Nice to see you.
Nice to have you guys back
Welcome
here.
back.
Thanks for having us.
Remember, if you like the panel's advice, you can send us an email to buyersguide@ignitiontv.co.za, or you can pop us a DM on Instagram @ignitiontv. And please give us as much information as possible, including a picture of yourself. Now we're going to kick off things with a question from Karabo, and he is looking for a reliable, fuel-efficient second-hand car with a monthly budget of R3,500. He commutes daily from Soweto to Boksburg and wants to move away from public transport. Don't we all? He's considering models like 2015 Grand i10, VW Up, Polo Vivo, Kia Picanto, or a Suzuki Swift. But he's also open to other similar suggestions. Bradley, bunch of good cars in there.
Yeah, they're all good cars. I would probably go Grand i10 or Suzuki Swift is probably where I'd head. That's probably your best sort of bargaining thing for his budget. Obviously, his budget, I hope, doesn't include insurance, because I think he might be a bit tight. But there's so much in that price range. I mean, it is a very busy price range. You've just got to make sure that you check the vehicle out properly, make sure it's got service history, make sure it's got all the little things that you want. But again, all of them are good cars. The Polo I'd be a bit nervous on from a hijack and
insurance costs.
Yeah, insurance costs.
So you said this price range, the 3.5 roughly a month gives you, is about what, 140,
150.
150?
About 150.
160.
At a stretch, 150.
And I mean, some of these manufacturers have some really good, sort of schemes out that you could maybe find something a little bit newer for that under these sort of used car programs. So there's a lot to go and look at. You need to go and find what you want, make sure it suits what you like. And then, again, look out for theft risk, insurance costs, overall consumption, the maintenance and that sort of
They're all going to be
sort
very
of thing
similar.
And when you're looking, don't go and get excited by like an old BMW with 300,000 because it's going to happen.
Yes.
You go there with peanut butter money and you try and buy some caviar, it's not going to work.
Yes.
Yeah. The caviar is going to be awful.
Yeah, I agree. The Grand i10, Suzuki Swift. I mean, with that, 3,500, 150, I'd say, on the finance. Unless he gets a scheme. So he's definitely looking at the right options. I agree with Brad.
What about Espresso?
Espresso, he could get, new, he could actually.
Well, no.
Just under new, maybe a demo.
Yeah, I mean, because
24.
24?
He'd probably find a 2024.
I know it's not the sexiest car, but it's actually a really good little car, very fuel efficient, and they come with all the little screens and everything that people want. So I think the Espresso is something to look at.
Yes.
Very, very fuel efficient. The Grand i10 I like. He's got the VW Up. Stay away from that. It's just too expensive to maintain long term. Kia Picanto is also not bad. It's very similar. It's basically a Grand i10. Same sort of thing, same mechanicals. Grand i10, Suzuki Swift, you struggle to find a decent one. You're going to get a high mileage one in that thing. Kia Picanto and the Suzuki Espresso. It's actually quite spacious. What I like about that car, do you know what it is? It's the modern day City Golf Toyota Tazz.
Yeah.
What they offered us in the 90s.
Just doesn't look as good.
So, I mean,
Remember that far
It's a
back,
hard,
Adam?
it's people are not mad about the shape. They're not. From my experience,
It's like a box on wheels.
Yes.
And you know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine if this is what you have, then that's what you buy.
And also, I'd rather be in that than public transport.
It won't get stolen.
Yeah.
It'll be light on fuel.
Yeah.
It's going to be very cheap to maintain, and it's simple and easy to look after, and it will never get stolen.
My only comment is he's on highway driving, because Soweto to Boksburg is highway driving. So Espresso is comfortable on the highway, but a Swift would be a lot more comfortable on the highway.
Yeah, but a Swift will be a whole lot older.
It will be, but they don't.
But that highway,
they age well.
Yeah, they age well.
Like a good one. So.
But that highway driving, remember, if he's going to work back in peak hour traffic, it's first gear, second gear stuff anyway. So he's not going to be doing 140 k's an hour on the highway.
It's actually against traffic, so he should be fine.
Whatever way it's going. Depends which way
Do you have to be this painful?
Do the route.
Hey?
Do the route.
That's the route. And maybe it's against traffic. But those are our recommendations. Go and drive them, see what you think, and see what fits your budget.
Okay, our next viewer is Nick, and he drives a reliable 2016 Kia Cerato. However, poor East London roads are causing tyre damage to the car. He's considering trading it in for a higher clearance bakkie for around 130,000 Rand. Now, I'd like to find a bakkie at that price. A 2011 Ford Ranger 3-litre super cab with 300,000 kilometers on his radar, but he's wary of potential issues. He seeks advice on its viability and is open to alternatives from Ford, Isuzu, Mitsubishi or Nissan.
As we say, we've really discussed this multiple times on the show. Like, you're buying a bakkie for that thing, you're looking for trouble. If you think that's unreliable and braking, wait till you have a bakkie for 115,000.
Yeah.
You're going to be searching for it. So I mean, the answer for me, I mean, if he really budget constraints the thing is, I would trade both cars in and buy two sort of middle range cars in order to
He needs
compromise.
a higher car though.
Yeah.
He needs a car with a little
But
bit
I mean, a
clearance.
Grand Vitara GLX is high enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got that. So
115,000 Rand, if that's your budget to buy a replacement vehicle for the Kia Sorata, I would say keep the Sorata.
yes, and replace the tires.
You know, just be a bit more wary. I mean, I know it's difficult. Our road conditions are shocking and we can lose tyres, but you can lose tyres in a 4x4 as well. And they are twice the price of the tyres you'd pay for a Kia Sorata. I mean, the Sorata is a good car. It's 200,000 Ks. It most probably, if you maintain it properly, will do another 200,000 kilometers. So it's probably worthwhile just to keep that. Because if your budget's 115,000 Rand, you are not going to get a better car than this Kia Sorata for 150.
You know, I'm going to definitely get into trouble for saying this when I get home tonight, but hey, Nick's wife, I think Nick should teach his wife how to drive properly.
You haven't been to East London, obviously.
Hey?
You haven't been.
Nick's wife should take the Suzuki and Nick should drive the Serato.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
That's it.
I agree with you.
Okay, well, we give good
Marriage advice as well.
advice, yeah. No, but I would say, you know, honestly, keep that. If your budget's 115, if you're going to buy something else to replace the Kia Sorata, you're going to get a worse car.
Yeah.
I mean, a Kia Sorata would sell for nearly that price anyway. So keep that. I wouldn't buy that Ford Ranger with 300,000 kilometers on it. It's going to cost you a fortune, an absolute fortune to actually run. You're not going to be worrying about tires. You're going to be worrying about breakdowns and all the other things that go wrong with it. Because 300,000 kilometers, it's at the end of its life.
And it's going to be heavy on fuel. 3-litre 4x4.
4x4.
Yeah.
It's not even a double cab, it's a super
Yeah.
cab. So definitely not.
And after your wife's been driving a Kia Sorata and you chuck her in the bakkie, she's going to hate the thing.
But Nick did bring up a valid point. If you want the bakkie, by all means buy it, but not for your wife and son to drive in.
I agree.
You give them the Suzuki Vitara, you drive the Ford, and let's see how far you get with it.
Okay, let's wrap it up because he's sitting at home watching this and his wife's saying, see, I told you so. Okay.
You're watching Buyer's Guide, and if you've just joined us, welcome to this week's show. 35-year-old Elvis is considering purchasing one of these Sporty C-segment options under 270,000 Rand. The Hyundai Elantra Sport, Honda Civic 1.5T or 1.8, and the Mazda 3 hatch. He wants something with decent performance under 150,000 kilometers. He's seeking the best all-rounder for his needs. Okay, Bradley, let's rip.
I don't think a sports hatch is the best all-rounder for his needs, but, you know.
Firstly, Elvis is in the house.
Yeah, Elvis is in the building.
Elvis is in the building.
Yeah. But looking at what he suggested, I mean, I know where Segi and Adam are going. They're going the Honda route. Either one is good for them. Maybe you would suggest the Mazda 3. But yeah, I mean, there's so much in that price bracket that isn't a sports hatch. So, I mean, we've just spoken about tyres.
Yes.
You're driving a sports hatch. There's so many potholes, speed bumps all over the place. It really becomes a challenge. And it also increases the wear on your car because of just, you know, the low profiles vibrate.
You know, he says sport hatch, and that includes a Mazda 3. Now, for me, a Mazda 3 won't qualify as a sport hatch.
None of these are sport
But
hatches.
I will definitely go for that.
It's
Yeah.
just a bit,
I'll definitely for that.
It's got a sport button.
Yes, he's got. Okay.
Sport
I'm
mode.
sorry. I bow to your superior knowledge, Mr. Brastora. Got a sport button.
what do you think, Chaya? I mean, we've got,
I would go for the Mazda 3,
Yeah.
but that's what my personal, it's a personal preference. I like the way it looks. Personally, I would go for the Mazda 3. It's a newer model as well. From all the options he's given, it's the latest model.
Yeah.
The other ones are 2017 to 2019, and the Mazda 3s are 2021.
4 years younger.
4 years
I mean,
younger.
you can't go wrong with any of those cars.
I mean, it's a personal
you're not in risk zone anywhere there. So it's about personal preference again, but really take into consideration where you drive, how you drive, and think about it. I mean, there's a reason why SUVs are exploding in South Africa. It's because of our conditions. Just makes more sense.
Yeah. But if you want this kind of vehicle, Bradley preempted me, I would go for the Honda Civic. That 1.5T is a great engine. It's got great mechanicals. They're solid vehicles. They're very, very nice to drive. Good cars. The Mazda 3, excellent car. I wouldn't get it in a 1.5 because it doesn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. You get a 2-litre version. It's got a bit more vooma. Even the Honda Civic in a 1.8 is actually not too bad if you don't want turbocharged versions. The Elantra Sport is also a good car. So all of them are very good. Consider what Bradley just said about maybe looking at something like an SUV because of our road conditions. All those cars, those tires are expensive when you wallop potholes. And then also consider dealerships near you. Is there a Honda dealer near you where you can have it serviced, or you can get parts from? Is there a Mazda dealer? Is there a Hyundai dealer? Or if you're going aftermarket, that's fine, you can do that. But those are things to consider. All of them are excellent. All good cars. Go and drive them and see which one offers you the best option for you in terms of comfort, performance, and practicality.
Yeah.
They're all good. Yeah.
And I agree with Adam that go drive them. That part, definitely. You know why? He only commutes 5 to 6 times a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only commutes 5 to 6 times a month, so you really want to enjoy that commute.
Yeah.
So you should go and drive them all.
Yeah, one more thing. The one thing you will know that if you drive the Honda or the Mazda, you can keep the car for a minimum of 10 years. And that must probably applies to the Hyundai as well. I just think that the Honda and the Mazda are my top two, and then the Hyundai would come in after that.
Yep.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Owen is shopping for a second-hand small SUV or crossover for city use and light travel. With a 12,000 Rand a month budget, his wife wants an Audi Q3. However, he is eyeing the Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid and wants to know if this is the best choice or if there are more exciting alternatives within the budget. Now, 12,000 Rand a month is a great budget. So that's probably what?
Adam, before you go on,
600,000. Yes.
before you go on,
Yes.
let's give the viewers the whole story.
Okay.
But his wife finds the Corolla Cross too boring and only fit for retirees. Okay?
Maybe that's why I like it.
Hold on. She refuses Chinese or Korean brands, and even Japanese options are a hard sell. So now that you have the entire picture, I dare you to give a recommendation, Brad.
Well, I mean,
Cherry.
she's an Audi. I was going to say Mahindra.
You just want to start trouble, Brad.
I think the starter's not here anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
Q3 is, let me tell you, Q3 is a beautiful car. I mean, maybe look at the VWs too, because there's more dealerships. You know, Audi is rationalizing their dealers in South Africa.
Yeah.
So that's a concern. I mean, I don't think they're leaving the country anytime soon. It's definitely not on the cards, but they are rationalizing their dealers. They're sort of turning some of them into just service outlets and so on, which, is not a bad thing. It can be a good thing, makes it a bit more exclusive, so it might hold its value a bit better. VW, you've got Tiguan's, all of that, very nice cars. Like the Corolla Cross Hybrid's a great car, but it is vanilla.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a vanilla milkshake. And
She wants caramel.
Yeah, she wants fancy one. What were you thinking?
It's a pity that she's so anti the Korean cars, because the new shape Sportage is aesthetically very pleasing.
Yes.
You know, a Q3, I get why she wants a Q3.
It's a premium badge.
But the new Sportage looks great. It really does. I mean, it's way up there with aesthetically. So, I mean, he either wants to keep a car for 5 years or keep his wife for 5 years. It's really up to him.
Yeah.
So, Owen, you've got your, it's not an easy decision, this, because there's so many limitations of where you can look within that budget with her requirements.
Sure. I think, as Brad said, the Q3 is a great car to drive. If you're going to buy it brand new and keep it within the warranty period, fine, buy it. But sell it before the warranty expires, because once they get out of the warranty, they become hellish expensive. So one other thing I would say, if your wife's a badge snob and you want something like an Audi, I think the BMW X1 is also a great option. The new one is particularly good looking. And the thing with the Q3 and the X1 is obviously, depending on the cost of it, depends on what you put in it.
Then your Mahindra, if she's going to buy X1, your Mahindra suggestion
I'm shaky, I How do you feel about
100%.
BM? Tell me how you feel about BM.
No, I feel,
You get a nice 118 diesel, which is a 2-liter diesel in the X1. I think it's
a good suggestion.
It's a pretty car. It's the latest sort of stuff. She'll be able to impress the kids at school and their parents. And the Q3, I mean, it's a good car. I just think the BM is maybe better. So go and have a look at those options. But think about how long do you want to keep the car. If you're going to buy a car and keep it 3-4 years, then flog it and move it on, buy whatever you like. Don't even worry about Chinese cars or Corolla vanilla hybrids.
what Owen should do is take her, let her drive the Q3 first, and then let her compare the other drives.
She'll never be happy with the other cars, Haggy. I would do it. I wouldn't
And
do it.
that is from a woman, hey?
Yeah, no, do not
That's a
do
woman's
it. That
point
is
of view.
terrible advice. Not this one, but drive it. But you can't have this one. Don't give that advice. Don't let her drive it if you're not buying it, please.
We get people that want to buy a car on its appearance. And you get people who want to buy a car for reliability.
I agree.
People want to buy a car for fuel efficiency.
She's telling you, are we going on liability or aesthetics here? From
It's
the question.
aesthetics.
So there we go. So don't let her drive the Q3 if you're not going to buy it, because you're out.
So the other options, you know what I mentioned? It's worthwhile having a look at. Welcome back to Buyer's Guide. Up next, we have a question from Ruben. He drives a 2011 Renault Sandero. It's got 280,000 kilometers on it. Had the engine rebuilt at 200,000 kilometers after a bearing knock. Unfortunately, the car has misfiring issues. The diagnostic machine only shows airbag and ABS faults. Maybe you want to get those fixed too. He wants to know what the problem could be. Well, he's had the whole engine rebuilt now, and it's got a misfire. There can be so many things wrong with this car.
How long a show we have?
Unfortunately, it can be so many things, from spark plugs to spark plug leads on that car, to a crankshaft sensor. Maybe somebody, when they rebuilt the engine,
To the ignition coil, to the...
Coil packs.
so many things.
It could even be an ECU.
It did evolve a little bit where he said on the recent long trip, the misfire disappeared.
Yeah.
So you might find that on the coil pack or where it touches the spark plug, there was a bit of dirt from when the guys did the repair, and it's now burnt off. So that could happen, just a bit of usage. But you probably find it's coil pack. If I had to guess, it's coil pack.
On the coil pack, there's a plug that plugs onto the top.
Yeah.
You just need to check that plug, because occasionally the plug doesn't plug in to the way it should, too solidly. So, you know.
There can be
It could be many things.
Yeah, like a connection issue. Also could be an earth strap. There's so many different things.
The connection issue only happens amongst Indians.
All right. Now, look, it's difficult for us to say on this. I would recommend you get it to a decent workshop. Somebody knows what they're doing, even though the machine
doesn't say
that. Remember, these cars are fairly basic. So when it comes to scan tools, the scan tool as well doesn't have a lot of information. It only has the sort of basic information or something like that. So
this engine's not a bad engine either.
Properly.
Yeah.
No, they're not bad.
Not bad engines.
They're actually fairly strong.
Yeah.
And they're fairly simple to fix a misfire. You just got to find somebody who knows what they're doing to resolve it for you. It sounds like the person who's trying to fix it is it's above his pay grade here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finally, Frankie's seeking advice on purchasing a new car. He's considering two options: a 2017 Ford Focus with 113,000 kilometers and a 2016 Hyundai i20 with 76,000 kilometers. Both have full service histories and single previous owners. He's leaning toward the Ford for its power, but wants to know if there are any concerns with long-term ownership, particularly at this mileage. I know what I want. Higher?
So I would go with the Hyundai. Also, it's like almost 40,000 kilometers difference in mileage between the Ford and the Hyundai. Now, for me, that's significant. 40,000 on a car is a lot.
It's like 2 years of usage.
Yeah, and the Hyundai, it's 1 year older, so its mileage is actually better if you compare the two. I would go with the Hyundai. They're both good choices. I mean, I think the Hyundai is a safer bet.
Yeah, I have to agree. The Focus is also known to be quite expensive to maintain long term, especially when they reach this sort of mileage. The 1.5 turbo motor does have its issues, but it's a relatively good motor. It's not bad, but the Hyundai motor is just bulletproof.
Well, I'm going to blow the myth here. and just say, buy the Hyundai because the Ford is a piece of junk. Really.
What myth? No myth.
No, like
We told you that at the outset.
1.5 is not a bad engine. It's garbage. And I'll tell you what the problem is with those engines. They constantly overheat and blow head gaskets. And the reason why is because they designed the engine block incorrectly. So that what happens is the car overheats once, blows a head gasket. You have to replace the whole engine.
Yeah.
You can't just like
Yeah.
you can't just like recondition the cylinder and put it back together again. The turbocharged engine, the 1.5 non-turbo is fine. The EcoBoost, they spelt it wrong. It's supposed to be EcoBoom. It's a piece of junk. I wouldn't buy it. Stay away from it. The maintenance costs will cost you a fortune. Go and buy the Hyundai. It's a much better car. It's cheaper to run. It won't have the power, but it also won't have the problem.
I can't believe Bradley got it wrong.
No, I didn't. Obviously, he doesn't realize his bad mechanics. And that's why the engine looks better.
Just do yourself a favor.
Leave
Google.
that alone.
I mean, overseas now they've had to redesign the whole thing because it's such garbage. Okay, sorry for that, but we've come to the end of another episode. Kaya and Brad, once again, thanks for coming in here and joining us.
Thanks for having
taking
us.
time out of your very busy schedules. We
Yes,
much
guys.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, remember to keep left, pass right, and please keep it safe on the roads.